by Constantine Brancusi. It was made in 1907 to 1908 out of stone. It's actually limestone. I think this is funny. The context for this is that Brancusi, like many others, was influenced by areas outside of Europe that were being colonized. And this image right here shows you that there was African sculpture that Brancusi saw that influenced this piece in particular. He made 6 versions of this sculpture, and every time he was hoping to get to a more simplified version. And you can see it here. Our piece is set on a big block of wood. Brancusi did not want it set on anything. He felt like any platform that it sat on would take away from the limestone of the piece, make it less simplified. For example, in terms of context, this is his famous piece titled Bird in Space that sold for $27 million in 2005. And this is a later work of his that shows his ability to go to even greater abstraction of art. And here is another sculpture sold in 2017 for $57 million. The Muse Asleep is the title of this piece. And again, here you can see the influence of the African mask on Brancusi's work. Contextually here, Brancusi was born in Eastern Europe, Romanian, and you can see that they value his efforts here in art. It became a stamp. But he left Romania to go to Germany initially, and then he wound up in Paris, France, where he worked in Rodin's shop. My goodness gracious. I can't come up with the word. Brancusi saw Rodin create this sculpture, also titled The Kiss, and very Rodin-esque, you would, I think you would have to agree. And contrasting Rodin, Brancusi, he wanted to create more simplified versions of, or more abstract versions of this embrace. So he uses here, in terms of form, a block of stone. The lovers are united, and the carving suggests the features of the human body. So the hair, the eyes, lips, the torso distinguishes between the male and the female. And so you can see how he became more and more abstract over time. This is far more carved. So in his move toward more abstraction, more simplification, Brancusi, emphasizes these simple geometric lines. He has serious balance in this piece. These sides are nearly equal. And some would say that while Rodin here was showing us the emotion of love, that Brancusi was showing us the idea of love, that when we love, we become almost one together, and we become more solid, and contrast that with the feeling of love from Rodin. Okay, then this is not an essential story to our piece, but it is an interesting piece. I want you to see that this is one more example of the kiss, and this is on a grave in Paris, and in 1910, this was created. And recently, since like the early 2000s, relatives in Russia, grandchildren of this of the person who died, want that statue. And in 2021, the court said that this was actually a national, kind of a national monument, so it couldn't be taken out of France. But here's another of the 6 statues called the Kiss. Okay, so the function of this is it serves as early abstract culture or sculpture, and it suggests features. It doesn't completely carve them. So we have these ideals, or not ideas, suggestions of human figures here. So this is 129, The Kiss by Konstantin Brancusi, 1907 to 1908, made of stone, limestone, actually.